So we all know the story of Aang in Avatar. Katara and Sokka find him in the ice in the Southern Water Tribe. Aang learns about the 100-Year War, and he has to master all the elements in order to defeat Fire Lord Ozai before Sozin's comet passes. At the end of the series, in an incredible duel, Aang defeats Ozai not by killing him, but by taking away his bending. But what if things were different? What if Ozai was able to defeat Aang? What would happen then? Here are 4 possibilities of what I would think would happen if Aang was defeated by Ozai. Scenario 1. The Gaang is captured and killed. It's no surprise that Ozai was absolutely ruthless and basically never showed anybody mercy. So if he was powerful enough and had the opportunity, he would have killed Aang when he got the chance. Even though I think this is one of the more likely options, I also think it would be the least interesting story or outcome. And if he had the power to kill Aang, he would have killed the other members of Team Avatar too, either immediately or just by hunting them down. Scenario 2. The Gaang are kept as prisoners. After defeating Aang, Ozai could have the thought to capture Aang and his friends to keep as his prisoners. Again, I don't actually think it's super likely he would do this, but it's certainly a possibility. I could see Ozai putting on a show to the rest of the world by capturing Team Avatar. He would send a message to the rest of the world saying that if the Avatar couldn't defeat him, then no one could. Also, if Ozai found out that Aang could energy bend, I could see him forcing Aang to take away any person's bending that disagreed with his new world order. Or to even more extreme degree, he could force Aang to take away the existence of an entire element, similar to the original genocide of the Air Nation. Scenario 3. The Gaang escapes and plans to fight back. This is another scenario that I think is very likely. With how incredibly skilled Aang and his friends are, I bet they would be able to escape even if Aang is severely injured. Probably the most likely place to escape to would be the Earth Kingdom. The Gaang would likely want to find a place that's either extremely remote, like a desert or mountaintop, or completely underground, like how Lake Laogai is. If you think about how large the Earth Kingdom is, there are probably hundreds of underground bases or passageways that the Gaang could find. Another option could be to escape to a remote island similar to Kyoshi Island. While in hiding, I could see Aang and his friends attempt to find people and start a rebellion against Fire Lord Ozai. I could see it as something like a Star Wars Rebellion story, which I think would be really cool. Once they've gotten enough people and resources, they could launch another attack on the Fire Nation, which would still be an incredibly difficult journey. It would also be interesting to see if the Gaang tries to infiltrate and take down the Fire Nation from within, like how Azula and her friends did with the Dai Li and the Earth Kingdom. Scenario 4. The Gaang escapes and starts new lives. With the power of Sozin's comet, Ozai realistically had the power to scorch the entire planet. And just as Avatar Roku described to Aang in the series, if Ozai destroyed the other nations, then not even the Avatar could restore balance to the world. So if the Gaang are able to escape, one last possibility would be they would witness the other nations fall. Ozai would likely waste little time and try to destroy the other nations as quickly as possible with the power of Sozin's comet. In that scenario, the Gaang might feel like fighting back is impossible, and they should try to disguise themselves and start new lives. Or the Fire Nation would take control of the world so quickly that Team Avatar wouldn't be able to fight back quickly enough. I personally think that this is the least likely option, as it would be completely against Aang's character to give up and not even attempt to fight back. But still, it's a possibility. They would have to completely alter their appearance and limit their bending, which would probably be the hardest for Aang. Their best option would be to try and live in some remote village or mountaintop and remain undetected there as the Fire Nation swept the world. They would then need to try to put everything behind them and attempt to live somewhat normal lives. So, those are my 4 scenarios. I absolutely loved the actual ending of The Last Airbender, but it is fun to think of some alternative outcomes and storylines. Which do you think is the most likely scenario? Let me know. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.